the people in there find new parts of themselves and find joy in things where there shouldn't be any joy, or light where there shouldn't be any light, is the best thing that this program has brought to me.
Wow. I wanted to play that piece, HB.
Right.
This young lady is powerful. You know, I got to know her through another powerful young lady that goes by the name of Layla Steinberg.
Right.
And Layla is someone, we brought her on the show plenty of times.
Of course.
I told you my history with Layla. You know, Layla and I, we done a lot of stumping, you know, in Northern California, you know, and just like Fana, who's here with us today, Layla is really about the community. You know, last time I went to San Quentin, Layla was there. She was behind bars. I had to try to break her out because she'd been in San Quentin since the 90s, you know, and just really helping young men who are behind bars, incarcerated, learn how to express themselves. Really, it's therapeutic what she does in the program that she created for them. And that's something she's always done. And in my younger years, Layla used to invite me to come to some events she would set up around Northern California. We would go to public schools and speak positivity to our peer group. Right. You know, and it was really effective. The same thing she did with Tupac Shakur, so on and so forth. So I was trying to be like Pac too. You know, coming out of Oakland, you know, I didn't have my voice wasn't as loud as his at that time, you know, but we had the same purpose.
And passion.
And passion, right?
Yeah.
And so Layla has a daughter. We call her Dev. And Dev, when she was younger, was a very precocious child. She was ahead of her time. I mean, she didn't even know how to speak, but she would look at you and yell at you at the same time if you wasn't on time.
That's
it's
a
like,
good thing.
And I used to tell Layla, what's up with this strange little child? Like, will she have a childhood ever? You know, she came out of the womb a grown up, and years passed on, and it's just to me, it makes sense that Dev decided to really help assist people in their careers and help bring their dreams to life. And they have been telling me about this young lady for a long time who's here with us today. And then I saw her do a collaboration with Tyler, the Creator, who to me is easily one of the most creative beings to ever set foot on this earth, definitely of this era. He's a revolutionary, if you ask me, when it comes to creativity. He's an activist when it comes to culture. He's always done it his own way. And for him to reach out to her, to say, hey, we got to work together.
That's dope. Let
you know that this young lady is special. She has a new album that's out now called Flora plus Fauna.
Flora and Fauna.
Flora and Fauna. And she's here with us today, little abstract Gemini woman right here. Give it up for Fana Hues. Fana Hues.
Abstract Gemini.
Yeah. I can tell by listening to her music, Mike Muse. Yes. She's never the same person twice.
Okay.
That is true.
Right?
Yeah, because it gets boring, right?
I agree.
I feel like to be just singular is kind of boring.
Okay, when did you come to that realization? Like, at what age did you?
I feel like, well, I have a large family, and so there's already so many personalities in my household that I found myself growing up and expressing different parts of myself, even with like different siblings, you know? So I feel like it's always been there. It's always been like just a part of me.
Okay.
When you say large, how many siblings?
There's 9 of us.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's 9 of us.
What's the male female ratio? Like
1 boy and then 8 girls.
Wow.
Oh my God. And is everyone interested in music, contributes to music somehow?
Well, when we were younger, this is how I met Layla and Dev. We were all in a family band. Well, not all of us. There was 4 or 5 of us at the time, but we were in a family band. And so after that, I like stuck with music, and I like kind of taught myself how to like really, really sing, because I kept saying like I wasn't good. Like I was just okay.
You was mediocre?
Yeah, like for real though.
Yeah.
like you were like karaoke good.
I don't even know. I think that I was just like really young, and so like, you know, I didn't have a sound. But then I continued on with music, and then my younger sister, who's just below me, she's a singer as well. She's just like an all-around creative. She's a makeup artist, hairstylist, dancer, all the things.
Yeah. Nothing singular in your family.
Nothing singular, yeah. Because, I mean, the thing that I like, the thread that I try to keep through my music and why it might like seem abstract, is I never want to be, I want to showcase a full spectrum of emotion.
Amen.
So in order to do that, I have to like, you know, tap into these different parts of myself and, again, not be singular.
Yeah.
Was that ever scary, though? Like, and I'm speaking from personal experience, I sometimes would limit myself to how deep I wanted to go because I wasn't sure if I wanted to know what I would find when I was younger, right?
Yeah.
And then when I got older, it was like, man, I need to see what's on the other side of this. But
Yeah.
did you always want to see what's on the other side of it?
Well, also growing up in workshop, I used writing and like making music as a form of therapy.
Okay.
So like I was talking to it because I'm on tour right now with Ravina, and I was talking to her about the way that I write my music. Sometimes I feel like my personality doesn't necessarily match, and it's because music is where I get to dive in and like do those scary things.
Okay.
But it's the only way that I know how to write, you know? I was telling her, like, I ain't never wrote, like, a love song. Like, where are my love songs at? I'm always sitting here talking about the pain. Like, where the love
I was
at?
going to ask you that, speaking of love. What are your parents' background? Were they singers, artists?
Yeah, my dad taught all my siblings to sing. He is a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist. And then my mom, she works in the birthing world. She's a midwife, a doula, and she also is a belly dancer. And like she's been dancing since forever.
Hey, mommy.
It all makes sense now,
Birth
Fana.
mama.
Yeah, okay, I got it now.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay, so with such an interesting family, at least from what you're sharing from us, what was the pain that you needed to create therapy for?
I mean, just growing up in general, like,
Yeah.
you know, trials and tribulations, being broke. I'm sorry, but like just
Damn.
being broke is hard.
Yeah.
And just watching others, because I can't lie, like jealousy, I'm having a struggle with jealousy right now, and like and recognizing it, because like seeing others succeed when you're younger, because I've been singing since forever, and I've been writing on my own music since I was 16. So watching others succeed and I couldn't, and things like that, and just like, well, why not me? You know, I struggle with those things. Then heartache, you know. Like,
That's real.
How
yeah,
old-
it's true.
How, if you mind sharing, how old are you? About 20?
I'm 26.
Okay, so you got some 36-year-olds is doing that, feeling
Yeah.
that 46, 56, 66.
What,
70.
jealousy?
Yeah, yeah.
Envy.
Yeah.
It's
a little bit of
It's
envy.
the spirit, you know. It's
Yeah.
the spirit of it, and it takes practice and prayer and meditation. And you keep doing what you're doing, like you find that honesty and that truth in your writing. That actually helps, because your focus becomes on your purpose.
Yeah.
and then it happens to everybody. Not one person in this room can say they didn't experience that,
Right.
and it can happen tomorrow.
I wasn't jealous.
You were, Sway. You
Shut
were
up,
jealous
Sway.
of every
Jealous.
athlete,
And
including
even-
your brother, including and your sister, and everybody. Don't listen to this guy,
Right.
Fana. I'm telling you.
But even if it's not like a specific person,
Yeah.
for me, it really
Yeah.
was just like, dang, like I'm
When is it
still
mine?
here.
When
You
is it
know,
my
like, when is
turn?
it gonna
You could
my
be envious
turn?
of your future self.
Yeah.
Literally
that you
that.
haven't become her
Damn.
yet.
Yeah, we get it.
That's
Wait a
crazy.
minute. That was dope. Did you hear what
Envious
she
of
said?
your future self. Yeah.
Why is it taking so long?
Why is
Like
it taking
you
so
shouldn't be
long?
skipping. I know this part. I'm better than this. We all have experience in that, and
Yeah.
it will continue. You know, you take control of that.
Yeah.
Flora and Fauna. Okay. Stop hating on your future self, okay?
I love her.
Fana, stop
I
hating
love her.
Fana. Yeah,
Your future self put the work in.
right.
That's true.
Yes.
Okay.
That's true. I'm trying to get to know her.
Okay, Mike Muse.
So, wow, that was interesting.
Threw Mike
conversation.
right in.
The Mike
there.
was like,
Not yet.
oh, you wasn't ready?
Yeah, no, I'm saying coming off of that was such a great discourse of envy and jealousy, and cheers to you for being so transparent. I think that's a success for an artist. The more transparent and honest they are and authentic, the more they can connect with their audience. And so connect with their audience. You described your music as meditative. I've never heard anyone describe their music as meditative. If you can talk to us a little bit about what does that mean?
Well, to me, something that I always want people to feel when they listen to my music, like the full project, I want them to leave feeling full. And like, you know, when you meditate and like you finish meditating, like you're grounded, you're centered, you feel like you have a purpose, you know? I always want people to feel, sorry, that they've gone through this journey with me and we've come out on the other side. You know what I mean? Thank you. I always want people to feel like there's a purpose to the music, and I do everything, literally everything, with intention. I don't write. I don't sit down to make music. I don't even connect with people unless it's like something that's aligned with what it is that I want to do in my life. You know. So it's meditative to me because again, I want you to feel full. And I want you to feel like we went somewhere, you know, like I took you on a journey where I told you a story and we got somewhere.
Yeah.
What's the
Nourishing.
journey?
I mean, for this project, the journey, I'm learning self-love in a different way, and like to take care of myself, because coming from a big family, you know, like I'm in the middle.
Yeah.
But like just coming from a big family, you always you have this thing of like wanting to take care of everybody. And I'm finding that in order to take care of everybody, I really do need to take care of myself. Like
first.
Yeah, I have to take care of myself first. Like if I want to retire my mom, I got to make a lot of money first. You know what I mean? Like, and outside of money, like if I want to be, because I have a lot of nieces and nephews too. If I want to be an example for them, I need to be like a solid and sound human being. And like I'm still like currently I'm learning that I know nothing at all, and that I am still like a blank canvas and like learning things, but also being mindful of the things that I'm letting in, so that I can be that example. Like
and I think you already are. Honestly,
you
like
think so?
I don't think that there's ever gonna be a destination. I don't feel like there's ever a level of completion. You know, I think that the fact that you are putting in effort and you're understanding that there's many layers to this, and you want to continue to explore and you want to continue pouring into yourself, that already is like a full plate to serve someone that would nourish them.
I love that.
I agree.
Someone told me the best piece of advice, one of the best pieces of advice I got, is that life is a series of adjustments. And I've been like going off of that and like never being complacent, like, oh, well, I'm good on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's always more to learn, and there's always more to be like absorbed. And I just want to continue to do that.
With 9 kids in your family, were you ever hungry?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, we was. I was telling Dev, like, we used to have some summers where we was eating watermelon, what else? Popcorn.
For dinner?
Yeah, like watermelon popcorn and like bean and cheese burritos, you know, from Taco Bell, because it was only 89 cents at the time.
Damn, you remember the cost.
Yeah, they was 89 cents.
Sound like you still hungry. Heather, get her something.
I got you.
They definitely not 89 cents no more.
I want to, we all listen to your music, and I definitely say I felt full, you know, and there's a couple tracks that really stood out to me. But at the end of the project, you do this piece called Wait, you know, and Wait is different. Tell me about Wait. Is it a chant? What is it?
It is. It's definitely a mantra. It's telling me or reminding myself to be patient with myself, because throughout the project, like throughout the process of writing it and like just, you know, putting all the players together, I was like, I stepped into a new arena that I had never been in before. Again, not going back to being envious of myself, but before I used to have to like beg people for beats, you know? And then I got to a place where I was getting too much stuff, and I didn't know how to like fully absorb and like decipher through all the things and like get what was best for me, and like what spoke to me. And so Wait, I wrote actually like 3 years ago. I didn't write it, but I just sang it like 3 years ago. And I was like literally just sitting in my car, and I had to remind myself to go back to that place, to go back to the place where I was like, all right, you need to be patient. And let all that is for you come to you. Because throughout the project, I kind of like but I was rushing a process, a healing process. And then Wait is like my reminder to like
relax,
be still,
chill.
be still. Yeah, like chill out.
You start receiving a lot more. First they was, you know, like Mike Jones back then. They didn't want me. Now I'm on. They all up on me.
Right? Quite literally, okay.
Yeah, right. So when you hooked up with Tyler, the creator, is that what opened the floodgates of people wanting to work with you?
Yeah. So before then, it was like bubbling. But then afterwards, for sure, I was in the studio with him, and he was like, you going to have to delete every nigga name at your phone, all they numbers. They going to have to be gone. He was like, don't get caught up in like everybody hitting you, because they gonna be blowing your phone up.
That's what he told you, huh?
That's what he told me.
I always wonder what kind of stuff Tyler says. Just I feel like he probably drops gems every other sentence. What else implanted on your mind that he said?
He told me that he attacks every project and everything that he does like a sniper with like a very clear vision, and he has to like block out all of the other stuff and like, you know, zero in on that vision. And that's something that I definitely am like taking now from now on, because again, like stepping into a new arena and having so many people be like, oh, we want you to do that. Can you do this? Can you do that? Sometimes you can lose sight of the vision and just get like caught up in like, you know, all the things that people are asking of you. And then you kind of like compromise your vision,
right?
Which you never want to do.
Yeah. So what are you saying yes to now? What are the asks that you're like, hell yeah, I'm here?
I'm I'm trying to really think. Have I been saying yes to a lot of things? I mean, there are like certain things. Like I'm doing I just did a compilation project with Pigeons and Planes.
Yeah.
I'm saying yes to that. You know, like things that are in a line. You know, with like my style and like the audience that I want to reach and like the work that I want to do. Yeah.
You know the audience you want to reach?
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty much just myself. Like people like me.
Don't forget, Sway. It's all about the conversation with her and her future self.
Well, you know, that's why it's more than one. What pronoun do you identify with?
I use she, her.
She, her. And she's a Gemini. So one side is she, the other side is her.
Stupid.
I get it. I see where you at. I'm following. Okay.
But no, it's really like black women. That's why I was like, I love your sweatshirt today.
Oh, yeah, my shirt says.
Yeah.
Hire a black woman. And look
Love
around you. Look at these two. And I got this from Gina Views, who works out here. She does stuff with us. She does her own video show here in LA, and she puts a lot of artists on, and she does stuff with Sway's Universe. So she, this is part of her merchandise. You said something really interesting. If off mic when we were in the lobby, and if you don't want to go here, just tell me. But I'm gonna go here. I asked you after listening to your album, like you've been in a lot of relationships, and you said.
I said that I've been in 4 serious relationships, but I've never dated anybody, and I don't claim them.
That's right.
What does that mean?
I don't.
Yeah, what does that mean?
like I don't want anybody. I don't want you to claim me, so I don't claim them. You know what I mean?
Oh.
I don't want anybody to be like, yeah, Fana wrote this about me. Cause shut up. Cause no, I didn't. Like, you don't get to claim me.
Okay.
And also, like, I just feel I'm a different person. You know, I'm a Gemini, but also like each year and like the growth that I have, I'm like a completely different person. And I just don't want to look backwards. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I ain't about to look back at these relationships and be like, I haven't had a relationship where I can be like, wow, like that was beautiful. You know?
Had that yet? Well, you from Oakland? Your player game is ridiculous, boy. It's
I'm from
eloquent.
Pasadena.
Huh? My God, Pasadena. Oh, that's right, Pasadena. That's how they do it. They color it up, Mike.
Wow.
They make it sound really introspective.
Yeah.
But Fana, do you feel a level of gratitude since those relationships have also become inspiration for great songs?
Yeah, I do feel a level of gratitude. I also just be feeling myself a little bit afterwards. Like, don't claim me, because I'm definitely not claiming you. But I do feel a sense of gratitude because it's like I learned a lot. I guess that would be the beautiful thing. But I don't know that I've ever been in a relationship where I can just like, where I've left and I've been like, that was a solid man right there. Like, I haven't had that yet.
What would they say about you?
Sorry, y'all.
What do you think some of your exes would say about you?
I think that they all still love me.
Secretly,
like I can't lie.
Don't let me hang it.
Don't leave her hanging the camera on.
I do. I definitely do. I think that they all
That's
still
right.
love me. I actually know that they do. I do.
Well, I'm curious then,
She
like,
said, "Well, let her mic." She was just, she
Yeah,
was on her
bit
stoop
act.
right there. She was like, "I know they do."
Give him a jersey.
well, I'm curious then, what experience then are you drawing on? If you don't claim your relationships, because I would think that as an artists use their experiences as their muse, right, to inspire moments and movements and songs and whatever they're trying to put out into the world. So, like, what experiences are you drawing on to communicate to your audience your art?
I draw on like the experiences. The only reason I don't claim them is just because I'm like, again, like when I write the music, I'm fully honest. Afterwards, I low-key be putting on a little fluff and like a little shield. But I definitely draw on the relationships that I've had. That's all that I can draw on. And like sometimes I use my best friend's relationships because we share everything, and like she has like some wild things that she done been through too. So sometimes like I will tap into her life and like write about that. But for the most part, I draw on the things that make me sad. You know, that's why I don't claim these dudes.
These dudes. Use another word. I heard that.
Dudes.
How did you and Dev connect? And why Dev?
Dev? So I met Devany when I was 6 years old with Layla. Yeah, me and all my siblings were in Layla's workshop, her artist development workshop / emotional literacy workshop. And ever since I was like 6, Dev was like 11, something like that. And I just always thought she was cool. Like, again, she had that seriousness, but I just always thought she was cool. And I wanted to be her friend. Like, I remember one time we were staying at Layla's house, me and I think it was 4 of my siblings, and it was like a gloomy morning. And Dev was like, you guys want to go to the beach? It was like 8 a.m. And we were like, okay. And we go to the beach, and like I just see her run and like dive into a wave, and I was like, that's cool. Like she living life. Like I need to go be on her time. I jump in, it's all freezing, but I'm still trying to act like this is fun, girl. But she always just was like super, super cool to me and just very, very down to earth and grounded and like sure of herself. And very protective, which is what you need in a manager. And so when I was 16, my family, we had moved to Texas, like right when I turned 16, and I just didn't want to be there. And I told my mom, like, we're going to move back to LA, and we're going to link back up with Layla, and she's going to manage me. And then we linked back up with Layla, and then that, like, we were working together for a long time. And then finally Dev was like, Fana, it's time to, like, do your project. Like, sit down and, like, really lock in and do your project. And so she put me in with a producer, and we did a lock-in for, like, 2 weeks and, like, knocked out pretty much my whole first project in that time, yeah.
Shout out to Dev, man.
Right.
I know this young lady since, like I said, since she was a toddler. I'm really proud of her. I'm
That's
just,
fire.
you know, she looked at me when I walked in the lobby. I felt like I did something wrong. I don't know what. She just got a way of making you want to be your best self.
Yeah.
Who's Flora?
So Flora is, like, the softer side of me.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Flora is the side, like I have a song, like, Rain
Yes.
has a little bit of Flora in there, but really, like, Alibi and, like, Day by Day and Wait.
Mm-hmm.
That's, like, the Flora of me.
And so the Fana is bad.
The Fauna is bad, yeah, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. High roller is Fana.
High roller.
Okay. Yeah, I hear both of them coming out of you this whole interview, right? All that pimping, Heather getting excited over all that pimping.
Hell
she's
yeah,
on.
give them all a jersey. Fana, once
Okay.
you kick them off the squad, take your jersey and
Right.
Party.
Well, listen, this was a first great meeting with you. I
Yeah,
can
I
see
agree.
us going. I can't wait to see your stage show because if it's as thoughtful and invested as your music, I know it's quite an experience, right?
It
Yeah.
is. Mm-hmm.
Something you do different that people don't do that you added to your stage show?
Something I do different. I mean, I think the covers that I do are like very on brand for me. That's like different from. I was telling them in the lobby, like I do as of right now. I Never Dreamed by Stevie Wonder. Then I do Clumsy by Fergie.
Okay.
And then I also do Oops by Tweet. And like but the trifecta are like, you know.
Oh, well, can we hear a little oops?
You want to my
Ooh.
God.
Tweet.
That's the hardest one. Like,
I'm right. I was gonna sing I Never
Right, for the
Dreamed,
morning.
like,
Yeah.
for the morning
you picked the
time.
hardest one.
He
Sway.
said in the
Okay,
morning.
Right, hold up. Oops. There,
She said she had another
See,
one.
you in
I
a
can do
different
that, though.
tone.
You could do that?
I
You
can
see
if
if you
you
could
want
find
to.
oops too on a she could go a cappella. You can go a cappella?
I can if you want me to.
Yeah,
or I can do it.
absolutely. Yeah, cool. Then we'll throw
Okay.
that go. Let me hear.
Okay.
Sway, not you.
Oh, okay.
At
I-
all.
You
Oh,
asked
Do you
Fana.
want to do the? Do you want to do the? Oops. You want to do that
No,
part?
You first,
no.
Fana.
We don't want him to do nothing.
I sing all the time with the guests. They just don't, that's that
Approve.
envy and jealousy you was
Oh,
talking about.
is that?
I can't hit the ooh. I
Yes,
can't do
you
that.
can. You
Okay,
can
go
do
for it. Let's go. Give me some water. All right. Y'all gonna do
No, why?
Okay.
This all you.
Okay. I tried and I tried to avoid, but this thing was happening. I swallowed my pride, let it ride and party, but this body felt just like mine. I got worried, I looked over to the left for a reflection of myself. That's why I couldn't catch my breath. Ooh, oh my God.
Hold up.
Exactly, Fana. Yeah.
I told you.
You pulling out the Fana.
Yes.
I told
Flora
you.
is tucked in.
Yes.
Her now self and future self said, "Oh
Yes.
hell no!"
I loved it, high key. I loved that. I loved it. I loved that. It's about to be my new
Fuck up
ringtone.
the song.
I'm just saying.
I had the finger point.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, thank you for the timing. Hey, so we did a song together. Now I'm,
Yes,
I'm
we
in
did.
just like Tyler.
Yeah, we here now.
You about to get more
We
beats.
here now.
Wow, what a
great.
beautiful, beautiful story and journey you've had.
Yes.
Thank
And
you.
I'm looking forward to continue to watch it grow.
I am
Okay?
too.
Thank you. I'm so
Genuinely.
happy I got to come up here. This is like a dream, low key. You don't
This is
know.
it.
Wow.
This is it.
You really
Yeah,
We're happy to
know.
have you, and we embrace you with
Thank
open
you.
arms. For real.
Thank you guys.
Okay, and listen, citizens, make sure you get the project, Flora and Fauna, right? It's out right now. It's a beautiful project.
Indeed.
It's a beautiful, and I don't know if I ever said this. Listen with your family. You can listen to this project with everybody involved. The vibes, the energy, the frequency, the sonics, they all are very cohesive to the lyrics and your voice and your performance. Great job, okay?
Thank
and then
you.
we're going to end it with Bad Bad. You want to say anything in closing?
I have a show tonight. If you actually not tonight, woo, Lord, what day of the week is it? I have a show tomorrow
Friday.
night at
Okay.
the El Rey.
Okay.
If you guys are gonna be there, that'd be great.
Nice.
You know,
That's a great
it's
venue.
gonna be lit with Ravina. I've never been.
It's
Never
a
been
great
inside.
venue. It's a great venue.
I'm really excited.
I used to throw in the 90s, Layla. You remember these days? I used to throw. I was a promoter too. They don't, you know. I was a promoter, so we used to do events there. It's a great venue. Great to meet you in
Yes.
person.
Thank you.
Continued success. Thank you for letting me sing with you. Up next, we got Niecy Nash is here with her partner, the one and only Jessica Betts. You want to talk with Niecy Nash and Jessica, 888-742-3345. Here's Bad Bad.